uh, the Indo-US proximity. Do you see that as a factor somewhere?
Yes, definitely, yes. This is a very serious concern in China. Um, Policymakers and scholars in China, they are indeed worried about India's move to get closer to the US strategically. I imagine that during this trip, the Chinese counterpart, Chinese officials will raise this issue, raise it quite in a very serious manner, I imagine.
But any specific issue you're talking about, or just the whole nature of the relationship, or any
It's
specific
both. I
engagement?
think it's both. I think the Chinese have watched very closely what Indian leaders have been saying. On numerous occasions, Indian policymakers have been saying that they should get close to U.S. in order to at least check the influence of China. Right? They don't use the term contain China, but they oftentimes use the term to balance China's growing influence. Um, and the Chinese will, of course, interpret such actions as containment of China, and they will have that worry. Um, Specifically, they're worried about the nuclear deal. Now, Obama is speeding up the implementation of this nuclear deal, 1, 2, 3 nuclear deal. Not only that, I think China understands that the U.S. is trying everything possible to elevate India's international as well as regional status, and the Chinese will understand the U.S. effort as a um, action to to limit China's strategic influence in Asia.
So, so essentially, what China is doing in Kashmir, uh, and regarding this whole visa issue, you see that as China trying and Pakistan trying to come closer to counter the Indo-US alliance.
I don't think that those are related to the India-US alliance, because those Chinese actions have their own logics, as I explained, right? Political support to Pakistan, right, and China's own concern about the territorial dispute with India, right, north of Kashmir. I don't think so, because a lot of things happened before, right, before the formation of India-US alliance. So you really cannot explain that from the perspective of China wanting to use all those things to counter India-US alliance. But I think the Chinese are still waiting for some sort of official Indian explanation. They're still watching to what extent the India-US alliance could intensify. If there are more concrete and substantial moves between India and US, I think the Chinese will come up with counter moves, countermeasures.
Are you suggesting there that China could perhaps could end up giving a nuclear deal to Pakistan?
Could be. Really dependent on the evolution of India-US alliance. If that alliance moves ahead and further deepens, I mean, there is a possibility that China could provide far more support to Pakistan, just in order to counter India's moves. That could be. And I imagine China could also put strategic pressure on India in the Indian Ocean as well, and by providing military-related assistance to Bangladesh, to Sri Lanka, etc., etc. Again, so far I think the Chinese are still hesitant. They are still watching.